Thank you for choosing my channel, Horizon of Paranormal, where we dive into the most mysterious and crazy weird things that's going on in this world today. If you don't mind, please hit the subscribe and the like button to get these algorithms up. I'd really appreciate it very much. Today I want to dive into this weird and mysterious story of all these 17 missing people that applied on Indeed.com. I've been looking around, but there's no major news articles on this story, basically. And let's just say this is allegedly, basically. Keep that in mind. I don't know if this is real or not, but it's been floating around on TikTok a lot. I've noticed, pretty much, is there people actually missing? And is there really 17 people or more? Or is this really from Indeed? And if this is true, how did they even set this up on Indeed to trick people and going and making them disappear? I mean, it must be a trail some kind of way, especially if it's on the Indeed.com. Yeah, there's so many questions I'd like to know basically what's really happening on this story. I found a few videos on TikTok to see basically what people are saying about this story. So I'm gonna take a look at this wild, crazy story to see what's real and what's not. Leave in the comments below just on what your opinion is of this story, because I would like to know myself. Let's dive into this rabbit hole.
Y'all, did y'all hear about 17 people have came up missing in Atlanta after they did an application on Indeed and was offered an interview? They went to that interview and no one ever heard from them ever since. This is scary and we got to be careful. Well, everybody got to be careful. If you applying on Indeed, be careful. Because y'all know I went to the Book of the Face and I searched this, right? Because everything get talked about on the Book of the Face. And when I searched this up, it's so many posts talking about how people are going on these interviews that they're getting off of Indeed and they're not being seen after they go to those interviews. Can't nobody find them. So for the mothers and fathers, or hey, even if you ain't a mother or father, you probably out there looking for you a job. Be careful letting your children apply on Indeed, and you be careful with applying on Indeed. I remember back in the day, you used to get a job off Indeed like that. Now they using it to kidnap people.
17 people has came up missing from going to a job interview that they applied for on Indeed. So you guys use this Indeed app, the website, whatever. Apparently people out there is putting out fake jobs, fake interviews and stuff like that, etc. This is some scary shit. And not only that, I've been hearing a lot of things about Indeed, like how sketchy it is. I even applied on this shit too in Atlanta, right? Now I don't know her name or her age, but she was somewhat new to Indeed. You know, she was just, applying for a job, right? So she applied on Indeed, right? She gets the interview. Now, mind you guys, this is a red flag right here. Her interview was at 7 p.m. And y'all know it's dark outside. Now, she applied for a warehouse job. But mind you, she went by herself. So she goes in there. She goes in the back to do the interview. And blah, 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 blah. Fast forward, she didn't come back out. So y'all, kidnapping people through a job searching site? What kind of shit is that? And look, to the parents out there, if your child has an interview or anything like that coming up, please, if you don't have no time or anything like that, have a family or friend, sister, grandpa, have somebody go with them to these interviews. 7 p.m. is crazy. Interviews is literally someone in the morning or someone in the afternoon, not 7 p.m. when it's dark outside. Avoid this app, this website at all costs, because people crazy out here.
Have y'all heard about the 17 people that went missing after applying for jobs on Indeed and showing up for interviews? Showed up for interviews and were never seen again. When I first heard about it, I was like, I don't believe it. Surely not. So I did some research. I went and looked it up, and sure enough, in Atlanta, Georgia, 17 people applied for a job, showed up for the interview, and never went home. So we can't even apply for jobs anymore and show up for interviews. Can y'all explain to me what is happening in this world? All the evil. Like, you can't even be... You try to be mindful of the way that the world is going. Okay? Minding your business, trying to better your life. Apply for a job through a well-known app. A well-known just... But how would you even vet situations like this? You know what I mean? Like, you literally think that you're applying for a job, and turns out it's not. And I know a lot of the times they'll say, like, if it seems too good to be true, it probably is.
Right? And I'm going to show y'all something real quick that's kind of freaky. I got this yesterday. Okay, don't know the number. I've never signed up for anything. I'm not even on Indeed. So I don't know how they got my number or anything like that. So that's crazy that I'm even seeing that, like, going across my timeline. And I'm like, damn, I was hit up yesterday by the Indeed Job Center. So, hey, man, if you in the Atlanta area, make sure you careful out here, bro. I get it, especially now, bro. You know, people are more gullible when the job market is in the air. People are not finding jobs and stuff like that. Shit, there's a pilot on here that's trying to find a job. So, you know, make sure y'all are careful, man, and these text messages and emails and stuff like that. Make sure y'all careful. I know it's hard out here, bro, but don't get scooped up.
Yo, if y'all know anybody that's applying for jobs on Indeed, please tell them to be safe and be careful. I know a lot of people is out here looking for jobs, but they is scamming on Indeed with jobs. I done seen numerous people talking about this on my FYP. They saying it's like 17 people that's missing in Atlanta due to jobs on Indeed. But I just seen on my FYP that the lady was speaking about a girl that went missing that applied for a warehouse job on Indeed. So the girl just thinking she just applying for a regular job, right? She goes to the job interview, right? Introduces herself to the guy. He introduces himself to her. So he tells her to come to the back. You know, they had some things, you know, to talk about, I guess, concerning the job. Why they say they never heard no more from the girl. Then they goes to say a few days later, they found the girl was unalive. Yes. Due to her applying for a job on Indeed, she went to the job as if she was getting hired, but the job was fake. So it was a scam. So he took this girl, unalived her, and threw her body somewhere. Y'all, please be careful and be safe. I know a lot of people is out here looking for jobs, but this is the way how they try to traffic people through Indeed. It's terrible. It's like things is not the same no more. It's like it's always a catch, and it's always some type of incident or something taking place behind the situation that people is out here doing. People really don't mean no good nowadays. So y'all, please be safe on Indeed, and y'all spread the word. Bye, y'all.
So 17 people in Atlanta has came up missing, they thinking they're going on an interview that they filled out an application on Indeed or whatever the site is. Y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? I posted a story about a year ago, okay? It got a lot of views of this lady telling her story about her filling out an application on that site. She ended up going on the interview, but when the place that they told her to come to, it was like a dead end, and she knew that the energy, it just wasn't right. It was off. Like, she could tell something bad was about to happen to her. So what she did was she came back and she told her story. I reposted it, and a few other people reposted it. Y'all be careful, okay? And I know a lot of people was like, well, this is just common sense. This is such and such, such as a... People right now are a little desperate. People need money. People need to pay their bills. Times are hard. Everything is overpriced. So you don't know what you might let slip in. But yes, go look up the story. Okay, it's not being talked about enough. Okay, because this could be our nieces, nephews, anybody. You know, because I don't think it's just women. It's probably women and men. Okay, but when I get a little more, about the story, I'll update you guys. But I remember a year ago, I reposted a story about a woman telling this same story, and this was a year ago. Now 17 people missing. Hugs and love. Be blessed. I'm praying for their families, and I'm hoping that they be found safe. J Lo.
Why is no one talking about the 17 people that went missing after applying to a job on Indeed.com? Yeah, this is happening in Atlanta, but that doesn't mean that it can't happen anywhere else. Apparently, people are applying to a job on Indeed.com, and then it sends them a link. And then, I guess from the link, they get set up to have an interview. After these people go to this interview, they're never seen or heard from. Something is going on. And it doesn't appear like anybody's doing anything about it. These 17 people are mostly female and between the ages of like 34 to 40. This is terrifying, guys. Now be careful when applying to any jobs online. I suggest going to the company's actual website and applying that way directly. That way you know who you're applying to. There's already too many scams out there as it is, but now we have to worry about going missing. Women, this is just another attack on us. We are constantly having to be worried about our safety. Just be careful when you apply to jobs. I just got done telling my daughter to just watch what she's applying to because you just don't know. Now, the job details aren't available. I haven't been able to find out much about this because, like I said, nobody's talking about it. Apparently, I was able to find this out. The job post gets put up, and then once they get their bait, they take it down, and then they put it back up. I wouldn't even use Indeed right now. It's too sketchy. Be safe. And if you guys have any information on this, let me know in the comments.
Yo, what's up? Real quick, I want to let everybody know to be safe when looking for a job on Indeed or purchasing a vehicle on Facebook Market, using those sites to lure people, kidnap, murder.
There is an update on the missing people after going to a job interview that was posted on Indeed, or should I say a job application being put in from a hiring manager that posted the job on Indeed. Now, there are a total of 17 missing people after, going to the same exact job interview. This is so disturbing. This happened in Atlanta, Georgia. All these people tend to be women or girls, young girls, teenagers, young women between the ages of 20, in their 20s, 27, 35. These are the names of everyone. Everyone's saying that this isn't real. This is real, y'all. Please be careful. Like I said, there are scams out there to, risk, your identity being stolen or anything like that. Just make sure that you're putting an application in with a legitimate company. Like I said, the 17 people that are missing are actually missing people. This isn't made up. And I'm not 100% sure what job this was for. It just was a listing or a posting, and it led to a virtual interview, or not a virtual interview, a link being sent to go to an interview. And the name of this person, the identity of the person that the job was linked back to would, get deleted and then put back up later. Like I said, when you do apply for a place, please make sure that you're not putting in your personal information or details or going up to an address that is not real or address.
Just in case, here are some job interview safety tips. Google the company before you ever go to any location of theirs. Make sure they're legit. See if they have an address on Google Maps, a verified address. Share the details of a job interview with someone. Take them with you if you can, but definitely give them details. Give them a check-in time to check back with you, and share your location. Check for red flags, like if it's vague, too good to be true, high pay, but you really can't even tell what the job is about. Are they asking you for money? Are they using only strange communication like WhatsApp, texting only? They don't have a real online presence, or it's a sketchy website. Make sure your phone's fully charged and you're ready to walk away at any sign of anything looking sketchy.
17 people went on an Indeed interview and disappeared. 17 people are missing. Do you see how I made that seem really realistic and like I was really concerned? Logically, let's think about this. Let's put our heads together If 17 people were missing, don't you think we would have 17 different names? My second point, it was Indeed interview. Nobody has the job title. Nobody has a location. Nobody has a post. Nobody has anything. My third point, there are no news articles, no police reports, nothing. I couldn't even find a Facebook post from a family member. You know, people love to go to Facebook and say, hey, my family member is missing. Can you help find them? It's definitely starting to look like this never happened. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was Craigslist or LinkedIn, somebody from that company that put this out there so people would stop using Indeed. Now, there are scammers on Indeed, there are scammers on LinkedIn, there are scammers on Craigslist, Monster, all of the job sites. But best believe if 17 people were missing, it would be national fucking news.
What you mean 17 people in Atlanta came up missing from an Indeed interview? Well, who the fuck is doing the interview? Who is getting these people's information and setting up interviews and taking people? And where the fuck are they putting them? What the fuck is going on?
Now they're using Indeed to traffic people. Indeed, the app that you're supposed to be using to look for a job. People are literally coming up missing. So I came across this story here regarding some situations that's going on in Florida. I don't know if it's happening in other cities. I have never heard of this. Where people are looking for jobs, going to these places where they think the interview is at and coming up missing. Somebody pulled a plug on CERN. Like, pull the plug. Pull the plug, because there are definitely some dark, evil entities that are among us. To play with a person at their most vulnerable time when they are looking for a job. Never mind the fact that people have been looking for jobs, ain't been having no luck. People have already been saying that Indeed ain't worth 2 dead flies smashed. Now they gotta worry about the fact that when they actually get a call back, get dressed up and go and thinking that they about to get a job to provide for themselves, only for them to possibly get snatched up. If you got a job right now, stop complaining about it, okay? Be grateful, be thankful, because it is definitely something really, really nasty going on out here. There's always been danger going on in the country. But you a motherfucking lie if you don't tell me that a lot of this shit ain't really start getting worse over the last 4 or 5 years. And it's a damn shame that American citizens who may be needing assistance with getting a job and using a trusted site to find one can't even trust the damn site no more. Unplug CERN, unplug Indeed, unplug all of this shit. Matter of fact, just start the whole world over. Because at this point, we are sliding down a razor blade and landing in an alcohol river.
I keep telling y'all, I told y'all people were missing off of Indeed. Y'all think I was fucking playing with y'all? Y'all think I was just lying to you? I told you. Now it's circulating everywhere. 17 people ended up missing off of Indeed on the website. My friend even had a bad experience. That's what made me bring the topic and the discussion to you guys. Do you guys believe me now? This channel, I speak nothing but truth, and I'm going to tell nothing but the truth. Y'all just need to watch out for that website. It's very dangerous. I keep telling y'all, don't go to no job interviews past 5 o'clock. If they tell you to be there at 9 o'clock, like they told me, don't fucking go. People are being missing. TikTok keeps on banning my videos because I'm just informing people of what's going on. But now it's becoming a topic. It's true.
There is an update on the missing people after going to a job interview that was posted on Indeed, or should I say a job application being put in from a hiring manager that posted the job on Indeed. Now, there are a total of 17 missing people after, going to the same exact job interview. This is so disturbing. This happened in Atlanta, Georgia. All these people tend to be women or girls, young girls, teenagers, young women between the ages of 20, in their 20s, 27, 35. Everyone's saying that this isn't real. This is real, y'all. Please be careful. There are scams out there to your identity being stolen or anything like that. Just make sure that you're putting an application in with a legitimate company. The 17 people that are missing are actually missing people. This isn't made up. It just was a listing or a posting. It led to a virtual interview, or not a virtual interview, a link being sent to go to an interview. And the name of this person, the identity of the person that the job was linked back to would get deleted and then put back up later. Like I said, when you do apply for a place, please make sure that you're not putting in your personal information or details or going up to an address that is not real or address that seems like it's sketchy.